taken shelters in public parks. Nearly 100,000 migrants and people sleeping on the streets. But New York City's mayor has finally got the White House's attention. Hi, I'm Jessica Easthope. After months of a migrant crisis and begging for help, Mayor Eric Adams finally sat down with an aide from the Biden administration. The meeting comes just in time, according to the mayor. The city is at its breaking point. But the big question tonight is, will this rendezvous provide any real relief? Currents News' Katie Vasquez has the latest from Williamsburg.
McCarren Park, serving a longtime summer staple in Brooklyn. But this year, it looks a little different. The recreation center is serving as a shelter for 55 migrant men, and parkgoers are concerned.
Just curious if how safe the accommodations are for the asylum seekers. I'm less concerned about us locally and more concerned just about their accommodations, making sure that they're getting what they need from us as a community.
It's just one of the latest attempts by the city to help the ever-growing flow of migrants being bussed into the Big Apple. Since spring of 2022, the mayor's office estimates the city has received nearly 100,000 migrants, and more than half of them, 57,000, are in New York's shelter system.
And I've been stating for some time that we need relief, we need help. This is a national crisis, and it should be handled by national resources and national policies.
That wasn't his first plea. Adams has been calling for help for months, saying this crisis is set to cost the city $12 billion. Money some say, but not on camera, could be better spent.
They give them food and it goes in the trash because it's not what they are accustomed to eating. So you're wasting, taxpayers' dollars on all these people, and they're just being very ungrateful.
On Thursday, the mayor finally had a closed-door meeting with a White House aide, but no one's sure if that meeting will mean anything.
I guess you just have to find the places that you can to help these people out. But I think also at the same time, too, the con of it is that there are also people already living in the city that need help. And where is the help for those folks?
The Biden administration has claimed it's gotten tough on immigration. But according to Homeland Security, at least 2.6 million migrants have crossed the border in the last 2 years, just some of them ending up here. In Williamsburg, Katie Vasquez, Currents News.
At this moment, New York City is sheltering more migrants than counties along the southern border. Let's take a look at some of the top destinations for new arrivals. Of the more than 671,000 migrants who have come into the country in the last 6 months, the most have gone to New York City with some 66,000 people. The next county after that has less than half that amount, Los Angeles, with almost 30,000 people. After that is Miami-Dade in Florida with almost 22,000 people. Then Cook County in Chicago, Illinois, with almost 20,000 people. And finally, Harris County in Houston, Texas, with more than 19,000. A law once backed by the U.S. bishops is now getting bashed by the prelates. They feel the pro-life measure is being used to advance abortion. The bishops have spoken out against President Biden's proposal for the Pregnant Workers Fairness Act. The bipartisan law originally was meant to help pregnant workers, requiring employers to accommodate for limitations related to pregnancy, childbirth, or any related medical conditions. Now the Biden administration is trying to include abortion under those related medical conditions, something the bishops say completely goes against the point of the act. In a statement, they wrote, quote, "The act is pro-worker, pro-family, and pro-life. It is a total distortion to use this law as a means for advancing abortion and the complete opposite of needed assistance for pregnant mothers." The lead Republican sponsor of the bill was also against the addition, agreeing with the bishops that it disregards the intent of the act and attempts to rewrite it. Also tonight, the so-called land of fire ravaged by it.
It's all gone. It's gone.
Hawaii's largest natural disaster, but not all paradise is lost.
Nothing else but Maria Lanakeela.
Right now on Currents News, Catholics pick up the pieces of the Maui wildfires. Even the Pope is sending his prayers to the people of Hawaii. Right now, at least 55 people have perished in the fires, and officials believe some 1,000 more could be missing. Mike Valerio gives us the latest on the biggest natural disaster the island has faced.
Paradise lost.
Everything gone.
To an inferno.
What we saw was likely the largest natural disaster in Hawaii state history.
The wildfires that began raging in Maui Tuesday now closer to being contained, but the death toll is climbing.
We will continue to see loss of life. We also have seen many hundreds of homes destroyed, and that's going to take a great deal of time to recover from.
And officials still unable to determine just how many people are still missing.
Here's the challenge. There's no power. There's no internet. There's no radio coverage.
The fires cutting a devastating path across western Maui, displacing thousands and reducing the historic town of Lahaina to ash.
Everything is completely wiped out. You know, that used to be the capital of Hawaii, and that whole waterfront is gone. So a lot of history. The world's oldest or biggest banyan tree gone.
President Joe Biden issuing a federal disaster declaration, releasing federal aid to help the state. The U.S. Coast Guard, Navy, and National Guard are working with local authorities in search and rescue efforts as those who called this island home prepare to face the uncertain path that lies ahead.
Everyone's lost their job, they've lost their house, they've lost their family. It's apocalyptic.
Mike Valerio, Currents News.
We have an update from a church located within that fire path. Despite the widespread destruction in the historic town of Lahaina, the Catholic church there, that's Maria Lanakila Church seen here, is still standing, along with the rectory. Only the parish's school has been affected. The roof was blown off of Sacred Heart School, and they're currently looking for volunteers to help clean up the wreckage. Catholic Charities Hawaii is taking donations for anyone who wishes to help those affected by the wildfires. Just go to CatholicCharitiesHawaii.org. The Maui relief link is right there on the homepage. That is this Currents News Update. I'm Jessica Easthope. Thank you for joining us because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.